Hello everyone, welcome back to Splinterlands TV. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Holazor and I am here to play some battles, do some winning, do a lot more losing, and get going and get underway. So for those of you who are joining me right here, fresh at the start of the stream, you get to see me claim my rewards. Everyone else who's not here will get to miss out entirely, and that's their problem, not yours. So let's see what I get. There's a Conjurer, some DC, some Merits, Heatsmith, more DC, Bandit, another Bandit. So nothing super duper special. Just going to go check to see if we accumulated enough merits for a Gladius case. We did. Let's go grab one. We'll crack that open because the guild brawl starts in about 13 hours. So anything we get might be very useful. Let's open up this Gladius case. See what fate has in store for me. Probably a whole bunch of nothing. There's a common, another common. That's the standard pack. And there's the rare. So nothing super special. Let me go see what my new focus is going to be. Interesting. Disable. So stun and piercing. Apparently those are the only disabling abilities in the whole game. I feel like I don't like that. So I'm gonna just straight up re-roll. See what I get. Stun and piercing isn't all that useful, but unfortunately I feel like Water Splinter is going to be even more useless. But at least I might be able to play the Kraken every now and then. We got Little League and Earthquake to start off the day. That's a tough team composition. I think I'm probably going to go with Life, where we can employ various cheap and cheerful, most importantly available, low mana flying machines to try and get the job done. And among them, I will place a Grenadier who can do some snaring and hopefully bring my opponents crashing down to the ground if they elect to even play flying machines. It'd be interesting. They could go with an all-out deathly redemption team as well, which would be just as brutal. Well, it's not a deathly redemption team. Now, that opportunity on that Celestial Harpy is going to be extremely problematic because it basically means round 2 my Grenadier is going to be a dead person. So it's going to be all up to the vicious 1v1 between these two. Luckily it's not close range, so Celestial Harpy will sit there and take down the last enemy creature. Nice. Nice little win there. But it's only just begun. So onwards I shall go in this pursuit of victories. Super Sneak, Holy Protection, yet again, no Water Splinter available. Looks like my opponent doesn't have all that many max level cards, so I'm thinking I might be able to get away with Llama Hydra here. And that's exactly what I'm going to go for, even though there's 5 mana left on the table. Oh, that Cursed Windaku could be problematic, but I think no, I think I'll be okay. Divine Shield makes it a little bit annoying for the trample and all that sort of stuff, but beyond that, I think it should be okay. Well, that trample's going to be dangerous, taking multiple bits of damage at a time there. This one could go either way, I think. That wasn't the best retaliation. This trample here is in particular quite nice. The miss was also good, gives Hydra time to heal. And it gives Hydra time to do a retaliate and another trample, and with 5 mana left on the table, I still bring a victory home with Llama and the Hydra, which is always fun. Such a broken combination, the Llama Hydra, but it's oh so good. It's so much fun to play with. Little League and Divine Protection. So we've got a Tarsa. So we're probably going to see Tarsa, or we may see Death Splinter. More than likely going to be seeing Tarsa come out. Holy Protection, so I guess I'm going to try and employ as much Blast as I possibly can, which is not much in the context of Little League, 4 mana or less. Who's going to be a nice beefy tank? I'm thinking Cruel Cethropod, but I'm wondering... No, it will be Cruel Cethropod. And then we need to bring along a healer, so don't think there's a better option than Metal Eye Guardian here. It's probably the best team I can put together. Interesting, they went with Chaos Knight. Or Chaos Agent, rather. Hoping that the electric eels can do some good. Oh, that poor Grenadier is going to get absolutely wrecked. That's not great. Oh, that sneak is going to go and destroy all of my most important little creatures. Sneak was not an option that I had foreseen here, and I don't think I'll be coming away with a victory here. As long as Coral Wraith doesn't get poisoned, it leaves me in a fairly good position. Because I really need to take out that triage. Well, that affliction was really good. No, I think I'm going to get this. Hey, Papa Thomas, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. I think this one is going to be victory by the edge of my chair. Not quite the edge of my chair. I had 2 creatures left over. But it was pretty harrowing at the start there. I wasn't sure if I was going to win or lose. But that one's nice because that one puts quite a bit towards my focus, which is water today. And that was at the end of a 3-game winning streak, so it boosted up that water splinter winnings a little bit more as well. See if I can continue that trend some more in the next game, while I also try to sort of climb my way up into Diamond 1 rating. It's going to be a slow climb. Still early days in the season. Very early days in the season. I just loved this battle. Llama Hydra beating an entire death team single-handedly. Okay, we've got Stampede and Little League yet again. So they've got a Mylor and a Valnamore. And a Llama as an option, as well as a... they've got all the summoner options in their stable. I don't think we're going to be able to take advantage of the Stampede rule set here because there's nothing under 4 mana that has trample to my knowledge. I think I might try and do the same thing I did last time, except this time be a little bit more protective of the Grenadier. they're still potentially going to be vulnerable to opportunity in the context of the team I'm about to put together here. Who can tank? Yeah, it can be Crawl Cephalopod again. The Eels there. Albatross, I don't think. Fanat Core is what I'm looking for in this particular battle. We'll drop Albatross as well. I think Murdhamp here would be a better choice, but then how do we implement Dr. Blight? We've just got to implement Dr. Blight and let Grenadier die, I guess, and risk not bringing any healing. That's a lot of magic damage. That's not ideal for me. Though my sneak is going to be super nice. The added bonus is their team is really slow as well. So I've done a lot of damage to their damage before they've even really gotten to do anything. So I'm okay with this. I'm very okay with this. On the surface, I didn't think I'd be able to win that conflict, but I did. 73,000 RP. Not too bad. Slipped in those gold cards, as well as some promo cards. What was the referral promo card that I played there? Dr. Blight's a promo. I guess Electric Eels was the bonus one there as well, and then the 2 gold cards really tuned up those reward points for the chest collection. Meanwhile, they had a gold foil beta reward as well by way of Wood Nymph. One of my favorite old school cards, the Wood Nymph. Fantastic card back in the day. Okay, we have Fog of War up close and personal. No green splinter available. 16 mana, so it's not a great deal to play with. I am really tempted to go with Camilla, but then I want lots of retaliate. The idea being, if I can reduce their attack, but also retaliate back at them, it shouldn't be super bad. Now that kind of ruins my day a little bit. We'll go the Creeping Ooze and the Flame Monkey, and then these 2 as well. Interesting. It's going to be difficult to hit that Serpentine Soldier with their dodge. But my retaliate plan seems to have worked for the most part so far. The scary part is this Hydra, because they have a retaliate of their own, and if we get into a little retaliate chain as we just did, oh god, the trample. But hey, it's okay. Creeping Ooze did a fantastic job there. And now it's going to be a kill by the Scorch Fiend. That's not how you'd expect to win, getting a Scorch Fiend to finish the job for you, but hey, it worked. If they had also slammed in some of those 0 mana creatures, I think it would have been more of an RNG game. But I think the choice of summoner there won it for me by allowing things to stick around for half a turn longer. So far today, that is no defeat in ranked play, which is good. But, you know, having said that, it's likely to now end. So we've got no healing, and we have Equalizer, 21 mana available. So I think I'm going to go with Blue Splinter. Definitely going to bring that... oh, I can't search for the card name. That's foolish. I was going to say, definitely going to go for that Murdhamper again. They seem to be serving me well, and with Life Leech coming along for the journey, I think that'll be really nice too. No healing, so that makes Kraken a bit of a non-starter, I think. Since there's no healing, Poison probably is a good idea. So let's go with the Deep Lurker. Who else has Poison? We've got Uraeus. Any other options? A Horny Toad. And now Chicken's gonna lead the way. Torrent Fiend can go in the back line unless 1 mana. Yeah, let's go with the Chaos Agent instead. Don't know how this is going to go. Hoping that my opponent doesn't bring a Cleanse. That'll be the most ideal outcome for me. Okay, they went with the Deathly Redemption team. There's no Cleanse present, which is good for me. They did do quite a bit of damage in that first round. At least it feels like it was quite a bit of damage. Because they did the damage to the creature that I wanted to live the longest. So I guess you could say I took this personally. Nice, Horny Toad lives another day there. I get the feeling I put Murdhamper in the wrong spot. But we will see. No, I put them in just about the exact right spot. But only just. So that's another good one there. Win streak continues to build. And who knows, soon I may be in the realm of Diamond 1. Whether I'll be staying there or not, who knows. I'm certainly on my max win streak for the season at the moment. Alright, Noxious Fumes and Heavy Hitters. So they do have a Biz Kitty, they do have a Lorna, they do have that. With a rule set like this, I'm tending towards Green Splinter. And I think it's imperative that I bring a cube. With Knockout being part of the rule set. That makes it a little bit more interesting. Maybe we go with Almo. That way we've got immunity to stun in at least the first position. Throw in some stuns of our own. They're going to be pretty important. Actually, Dragon plus Kraken. would be incredibly destructive. So we're gonna have to go Dragon Jumper, Dark Spear, throw in the Kraken to take all the traffic. Then you don't have immunity. You do. We need to cleanse and heal the Kraken. How are we going to do that? There's not a cleanse. There's a cleanse. No, I have not yet hit Champion Max Macca. Not yet this season. It's due to rule sets such as this one. I find myself in the struggle town. And 14 seconds left to decide what on earth I'm going to do. I'm just going to roll the dice with Narissa. Don't think that would have been such a bad idea, because they only brought the one silence. I do have the stun up my sleeve to try and bring down that Kraken. Let's hope that we can connect with at least one of my stuns. Make my job a lot easier. Both Krakens are cleansed. There we go. There's the stun. Bang. Kraken is out of the way. I am glad I changed my team composition at the last second here. Now the question's going to be, am I going to have enough damage to come through and take down both Bakjira and Cornelius? Well, there's the stun. Stun should stick. Bang, bang. Double knockout. Absolutely freaking beautiful. Shame we couldn't do another stun there. Now we just need that final bit of damage. There it is. Another win under the belt. Almost up to Diamond 1. Okay. I'm getting afraid of this winning streak. It's gone on for quite some time now. Stampede, weak magic, 17 mana. I feel as though I should be trying a sneaky team. Or maybe do I just go with Llama Hydra? Let's try Llama Hydra. It's worked for me with less. Llama Hydra is going to be tricky to pull off here. Unless we can retaliate that Kobold Miner immediately. And hit him. Yes, beautiful. There goes most of the enemy's back line, most likely. Excellent. Look at that. They'll miss the last one for sure. No? Beautiful. That's an awesome win. I'll take it. It was pretty risky to play that. It's always risky to go just Llama Hydra in high-ish mana games like that. Fire Splinter would normally dominate, but that Kobold Miner began the demise of the rest of the enemy team. And that was just a beautiful win. That was excellent to watch. Hey, hold my cards. Not much. Is doing the grind, trying to get up to champion once again. Got close range, keep our distance. And today I've got a water quest. I don't think I'll be playing water for this particular battle. Really got no idea what my opponent's going to play. They could play Jotun. It's possible that they're going to play Jotun. They could also play Quicks. It doesn't look like they've got a kitty. But with this close range and keep your distance stuff, I kind of want to play Llama Mage and throw a Cornelius in. But there's not very many good close range options that are not absolutely decimated by Fire Splinter, unless I go with Almo as my tank. Goblin Tower, so we've got that blast. Trying to preserve Kron. And I suppose I need some snipe. Something that always hits is helpful. And I guess a healer's helpful too. Queen Mycelia would be nice in this team composition, but that's not going to happen either. Hopefully Cornelius gets their last stand. Okay, this Bloodmaker is going to be super annoying. And so is that Countess Sanash, because they're going to go straight into Goblin Tower. And that's going to put my Cornelius at risk too. Hey Games World, welcome. Good to see you live. Thanks for coming along. Oh, that Bloodmaker was absolutely brutal. In fact, everything on this enemy team has been brutal to me so far. But the plan is to have Cornelius do the last stand. Which is so far looking very likely. I don't know that they're going to have enough health to withstand this absolute barrage. No, they're good. And a last stand Cornelius is much better than a non-last stand Cornelius. But it's anyone's game. My game. Preferably. And it is. That's another good win there. One more win, I think, and then I max out the win streak. And that is Diamond 1. So that's a good little bit of progression there. And in, I don't know, about 25 minutes of playing, we've racked up 7 daily chests, which is not bad considering I've played Water Splinter only 2 or 3 times. But so far, and I'm going to jinx myself most likely here, I'm undefeated on this stream. I've said that I'm going to jinx myself a few times. It'll be absolute madness if I can go undefeated for the full 2 hours. But I don't think that's going to happen. Okay. What have we got now? We got Variety Hour in my opponent. We've got Kalia. Oh, they've got an Axe Master. That could be brutal. That tells me I need to use Sneak. Shield Bearer is definitely a viable choice. So is Quicks. In the long distant past, I've been up to rank 9 on the leaderboard, Champ 1. But that's 2 or 3 years ago at this point. It's been a long time since I've been up that high on the leaderboard. But normally I hit Champ 3 or Champ 2 pretty consistently. I don't know what I want to play here. I think I might go down the Kraken path. And do I do Kraken Kitty? Yeah, let's do Kraken Kitty. Hey Jagged, good to have you with us. So, Kraken Kitty, Fire Splinters available, so we're going to put in that little old blast shield. This feels routine, but at the same time it feels dirty. Selecting my team such as this. We've got our cleanse. We don't really need another healer, but we probably should. What are our other tank heal options? Let's go Tortosan Chief. That way we've got bit of magic damage to throw at our opponents. And equal opportunity in heavy hitters, so I guess we need a stun. Quick, smart, and hurry. That'll be Dragon Jumper. Then we need something that can follow up Dragon Jumper. I guess Carnage Titan? They're a bit more robust than the Vigilator. So let's go with this. That magic reflect is going to be very painful. Hopefully our knockout can work, because they did not bring a stun. Well, I've got everything else in there. Hey, Ank12C, welcome, and hey, Nice Ampher. Hope I'm saying that correctly. Uh-oh, there goes my Kraken. And with that, probably there goes the rest of my team. But luckily for me, I don't have a lot of magic damage left over. Oh, they've got a lot of pain in their team though. They have an incredible amount of pain. I have to go first. Don't think I can get that. There goes the win streak. Hopefully it was someone ranked well above me. They were ranked marginally above me. Keeps me in Diamond 1. Only just. Yeah, it's the good old Valnamore. I don't think Death Splinter was available there, but there's a blue focus that got me there. And I don't think I saw them play Valnamore in their recently played teams, otherwise I probably would have gone for Death Splinter and stacked Magic Reflect and Void Armor and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm hoping that there'd be more skins for some of the monsters, but with the amount of work that artwork takes up, I don't think it'd be a high priority. What I'd like for them to do is, I don't know if you've seen that as part of the art contest that they run every week, they have those Splinter Champion NFTs that are NFTs on Splinter Talk. If some of those were adapted to be card skins, that would be amazing. Some of the artwork that the community artists are pumping out is incredible, and I'd love to have some of those as purchasable in-game skins, where your DEC or SPS or whatever it is used to buy those skins goes to the artist that created the work, or Splinterlands comes to some agreement where they license the artwork from the artist for a fee or pay them a commission or something along those lines. It would be awesome and a good way to crowdsource skins, because how awesome would it be to say, yeah, I know the person who made this artwork, or I saw the process of this artwork being created and it's on my card. It'd be a great little addition, but pretty complicated as a feature, I think, for them to implement, because I don't know how modular that part of the game's code is around skins and all that sort of thing. I think we'll see something like that eventually, but I don't think it's high up on the list of priorities. But hey, SPS governance voting is coming soon, so it's something that we'll be able to decide upon in the future. We got Odd Ones Out here and Earthquake. I'm going to play a team that I enjoy for the sake of them being sort of some of my favorite things, and that's the Nectar Queen, Spirit of the Forest, and a whole bunch of other flying things. Child of the Forest is kind of necessary here as well, because you need that snare to do something. Same with the Grenadier. And the hope and the plan is that Nectar Queen can get an angry last stand. Well, I think I should be okay here, apart from that Brightwing, who's got the immunity and the Resurrect. My Nectar Queen's going to be in some trouble, though, with Uriel the Purifier waiting in the wings to do a massive knockout attack. But at least she's got armor to keep her alive from his massive attack. And now Uriel is poisoned, so I didn't get to see my angry Nectar Queen get a last stand, but We'll still come away with the victory here, I suppose. Yes. I didn't think that Uriel was going to go complete madness on us there, but it's always a possibility. Yeah. Opponent didn't pick the best team. It was a level 1 Uriel. It was the only max level card. Non-max level card, and you could have fit a lot more in there for the mana cost. Alright, on to the next one. And that was easy win as well. 300 rating points above the opponent that I faced there. I want to try and build up another win streak here so I can grab some more daily focus chests. Alright, Rise of the Commons and Spreading Fury. Well, again, I probably want to use Retaliate as much as possible here. And I want to make sure that when I connect, I hit as hard as I possibly can. Now, Enrage is part of the game at this point here. So I'm just going to go ahead and search for anything that's got Retaliate. It's part of Rise of the Commons here, because they'll be made even more powerful with the Enrage ability. I really wanted to do something different to that though. I still want to use Kitty. Let's go. Let's go Nectar Queen. Let's let her have her day in the sun yet again. Then we'll go Orc Sergeant, Brownie. Oh, we can't go Brownie. Brownie's an epic. Venari Knife is going to go on the back line though. Then Naga Assassin's going to chill out in the middle. I'll throw the chicken in as well, and the key here is to watch Nectar Queen be enraged and angry and just retaliate in the face of everything. I will be absolutely destroyed if they play a Kraken or anything else with Force Field. Green Splinter has that option. The other options to destroy me are going to be Blast. That will absolutely shred through this team. It's very fragile. But I'm hoping that the speed difference will just make sure that they always miss. Do I get away with playing Nectar Queen twice in a row? Does my opponent just simply surrender? I have to wait at least another minute to find out. The suspense is killing me. It's absolutely killing me. Although this season, up until today at least, I've found it to be a lot more challenging than many of the previous ones. And I know I've said that so many times on this stream and in previous ones as well. But competition's getting really good. And I think the competition's going to become more fierce as we transition away from DC as a battle reward into SPS. That's not a nice team to have to face. At least I'm going to be hitting all the time, but the Thorns are going to be angry. The Jotun's going to be angry. Everyone's going to be so angry here. My best hope is that everyone misses. That's a good miss. That was not a good miss. You gonna retaliate? No, you're just gonna sit there and take that Nectar Queen? Come on. That's no way to be a Nectar Queen. Okay, our biggest threat is now the Goblin Shaman. Then we got stunned. Then everything was our biggest threat. Super unfortunate. Oh well. Only lost 6 ranking points. Not the end of the world. But it didn't help me build up a winning streak, which is what I want to try and do. Build up the win streak, then play Blue Splinter to obtain maximum ranking. It's alright. I did warn at the start of this stream that I'll probably be losing a lot, but so far it's 2 losses to I don't know how many victories. Few. Many victories. Okay, we got a Selenia. We've got Trample. Unfortunately, blue splinters ruled out here. Which basically rules out most tramples apart from Dragon Splinter. But it's a very fickle and fragile trample option. How can I make it less fickle and less fragile? Maybe by playing it with Earth. Because I am thinking of the Desert Dragon. And I meant to click on 4. We want Queen Mycelia to support. Actually, does Queen Mycelia have a slow? It's not a slow. I want speed boosts. Because I want to make sure I can hit as much as humanly possible. Those are pretty expensive speed boosts, so what about slows? That looks more like it. Let's go with the anti-blast. Go with Swamp Thing as well. So we've got the double speed boost and we've got 2 mana left to play with. I'm gonna go with Halfling Alchemist. Hoping Desert Dragon can do some magic here. Well, they've got a lot of damage to work with. And it's likely that they're going to hit pretty hard. It's just a question of whether they're going to be able to get through this shield bearer before they themselves expire. I think they'll be able to do it. Just need to get them to hit with a retaliate. Hey Maui, hope you're doing well, and here we go. Should be all over from here. Endless trample. Let's go. Yes, it was. Beautiful. Went to plan. I love that Desert Dragon. It's so tasty. It's so full of sugar. Don't understand how they've got such sharp teeth, even though they're a dragon made entirely of desserts. That better be their official lore. I'm going to have to go read it at some point. I don't think that's their official lore, but it's the lore that I believe in. I believe in the codes of the Desert Dragon. Alrighty, we have explosive weaponry and healed out. So I want to try to go for some speedy opportunity to spread the love of the damage. So I think I'm going to go Daria and Earth. I'm going to go bring in the opportunists, all of them. So we're at +1 attack via Daria, plus another attack via Brownie. Then we've got 6 left to play with. I feel as though we'll go Stone Splitter Orc. If they use Blast Shield creatures, I could be in some trouble. They didn't use any Blast Shield creatures, that's very nice. They did use a lot of Thorns, which is probably going to be my undoing. Good stun though. Yeah, this is not going to be looking mighty fine for me. And Queen Mycelia has to go. Ouch. There goes our star of the show, Stone Splitter Orc. This will not be a win. This will definitely not be a win. Unless the little truck that can, parasitic growth, they can't do anything. Yeah, Halfling Alchemist is a really excellent card. I mean, they did have a cleanse in the mix. They had a couple of cleanses, actually. I just wanted to use that to try and protect the general fragility of the Desert Dragon. There. I'm upset that Mylor put a literal thorn in my side. Yeah, there's a pun for that game. Let's examine our opponent's collection more closely this time before we jump into anything too drastic. Well, we're certainly not going to be seeing a Shield Bearer because it's odd ones out. Of course, Shield Bearer costs 8 mana. Blast is inherent to the game. I am thinking we may see Prince Renan come along, which means I want to go with something that returns fire and does so with some aggression. Now, do I have any swiftness? Lyra the Dark, you look like the ideal creature for this job. You're hired. Given that we're going to have Blast, I'm going to go with Ancient Lich. That way we get a free resurrection somehow. We definitely need that Blast stop. How much mana does Revealer cost? I can't search for the creature. That's not what that search box is for. Alternatively, if it is Blast, let's go Cthulhu. Not Cthulhu. Oh, can we even use Darkhorn? No, we can't use Darkhorn. So we can't use that strategy either. Okay. We have no Amplify available. That also sucks. My team, my strategy here is quickly not going the way in which I wanted to go. Sorry, Cthulhu, you cost too much. Leaves me with 3 mana. So I guess Life Sapper. Yeah, I don't think I have enough time left to change over my team as of reading the Maybe Go Water. Yeah, it is my focus. Tidebiter looks like they're probably going to, again, another pun here, turn the tide of this battle. If my opponent's got one. And they do. Of course they do. Oh god, the Captain's Ghost versus Almo. That's not going to go well. And it's a Deep Swimmer as well, hiding out here. What I do have going for me is the fact that I've got Golodon and their True Strike ready to smash Almo into pieces. That'll take a few rounds to take effect. That was rude. Look, you got resurrected. Enjoy. You've immediately died again. I can't win that. That was a pretty big loss. Takes me back down to Diamond 2, unfortunately. So that's the second win in a row for my opponents. Not for me. Second loss in a row for me. And here we go. We're back again with Silent Summoners and Healed Out. What's this going to bring us? I feel like doing some retaliation. I feel like retaliation will work well, given the low mana. So let's go Cerberus. Do we go with Phineas at the same time? Yeah, just Flame Monkey doesn't really do anything useful. Summoners absolutely don't matter here either. Don't know what's going to happen. Hoping for the win. We'll see if that's the outcome. It's unlikely. It's very unlikely. But I'll just have to wait and see. And it feels like it always takes forever. That is not the best of teams that I could be faced with. I hate the Goblin Sorcerer in particular. Also hate this guy with their dodge. That doesn't make my life any easier either. At least we got the hit in there. This is not looking very nice. I need some retaliates to process. No retaliates were processed that day. That was the plan. That was well played by my opponent. So that brings me to 3 losses in a row. So you may have seen me climb to Diamond 1, but then you may see me go back to the start of Diamond 2. Who knows? At least I can't accuse people of stream sniping me, because they don't know who they're playing at this point. It's one of the best changes that have come into the game, I think. Not being able to see who your opponent is before you play him. We can't go do homework and stuff on them. Okay. They've got pretty nice collection of cards. I have an absurdly nice collection of cards. And we're probably going to see Vanamore come along. That's disgusting. And there's not enough mana to do a full-fledged death team here against a Vanamore. So instead I'm going to go with Mother Kalia. Build up that health. Let's go with the Conjurer. Amplify that up. Then I'm going to go with Billa for the stun. Now we need something with knockout. I did really want to use Luminous Eagle. I can't use Luminous Eagle because I need to have Fanatica in that position to secure the health of everyone else in the team. And Conjurer is actually going to be pretty fragile themselves as well. Will they go with... Let's risk the blast. And actually no, we don't need to do High Priest Darius. We do need a heal. So we're Crystal Smith. Then I've got 8 mana, so I can do whatever I want basically. Yeah, let's go with Prismologist at the very back, where they can hopefully do some protecting in the event of sneak. You see, I did the big Reflect team, then they only brought 1 piece of magic along, and they brought a whole bunch of magic Reflect, which is not great. Not great for me at all. But thankfully, I've got my Sneak Protect. But I don't have my Snipe Protect. I don't want to watch the rest of this because it will end in my defeat. That's 4 losses in a row. It's okay. I'm okay. That basically brings my win-loss ratio for this stream back to 50-50 pretty much. So I got onto a 9-game winning streak and now I've lost 7 games since then. I can expect to probably lose another 2 before I win again. It's the law of averages, right? Oh, another Valnamore owner. And this one is Silent Summoners, so there's not much protection at all from Blast that I can rely on here. Okay. What am I gonna do? I feel like I want Death Splinter. Just due to native magic reflect. But Life Splinter may actually be better for me because then I can throw in a nice big void armor in position number 2. We can go with the failed summoner. There's no healing, so there's no real point bringing my Cilia. What about other amplify options? Dispel seems pretty enticing. Now, I'm just going to go all out Mitica Headhunter. And let's also go... This is very dangerous what I'm proposing to do because I'm going with mostly things that have attacks greater than 5. So if they bring a force field along, not going to go well. Well, the force field that they did bring along, I'm okay with. Because it's not the most upsetting of force fields to get through. Unlike Darkoan, who's pretty freaking upsetting to get through. Unfortunately, we got Giant Killer in the house. Didn't really matter. And there's the force field. And there's the loss. So, one more loss before I'm allowed to have a win, right? Broken armor, evens, unprotected. They've played Green Splinter for the last 2 battles, so let's go Jotun. All of the range damage. Cornelius can have a go. Mantoid, a supply runner. This guy. Actually, yes, let's stick to that guy. We want that guy there. Supply runner. Protect that countess. And we have 11 mana. No armors in play. Let's just go Magnor. Scorched Earth. Yeah, probably not better than Kitty, but I don't know if they had a Kitty in their collection. I saw them play Earth twice in a row, so I wasn't counting. Oh, god damn it. So they execute the perfect counter. The Shield Bearer. Shield Bearer is not what I was expecting. I should be able to brute force my way through the Shield Bearer. But still, oh, the pain and the misery this will cause me. Trample's going to be nice. I think I'm going to be alright here. I've got delightful speed to play with. And, oh, delicious trample. Sure, I'm going to have a few casualties here. But I'm set. Brute forced it. Absolutely brute forced it. Don't know why you'd play Shield Bearer in broken armor. Armor is what makes Shield Bearer so OP. Okay, well, I shouldn't have won that, but I did. As the opponent has no armor, I decided no armor blast is going to be the best thing, and then they've countered the blast by going with Lorna, and then they've just gotten unlucky with the fact that I didn't bring a team designed to take down Shield Bearer, because it would have absolutely got destroyed. Uh, 28. everything always hits. Okay, so they've gone kitty, they've gone kitty. What do they do when they play kitty? That is a lot of melee. That too is a lot of melee. I'm gonna be pretty trolly here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit this into my team composition, but we're going to go Biz Kitty. I'm going to go Green Splinter. I'm going to go with a Slip Spawn. Then I'm going to do tank heal, tank heal, tank heal. So we'll start off with... Oh, it doesn't fit everything. Okay, so we'll drop the Goblin Psychic and bring the Wood Nymph in. And what are we going to do with this 1 mana? Actually, let's drop the Khmer Princess and then bring along Acid Shooter instead. And you're pointless. We want Acid Shooter to actually... Well, everything's going to hit, so Biz Kitty's probably a bit... Let's drop Biz Kitty. Let's change our mind and go for Lyanna. That way we're going to have more health for the Slip Spawn. Then we can put more healing in. Wood Nymph is the most important because that adds another health. Goblin Psychic, yes. Princess, yes. And... Acid Shooter. In case they bring any like big beasts, we'll throw in Halfling Alchemist as well. Don't know how well this is going to work. We'll see. Never played in higher leagues before, but it's actually better to go all in with one strat like anti-magic melee. It's generally better to be a little bit more varied as opposed to sort of putting all your eggs in one basket. Here I've done something probably pretty foolish in terms of directing all of the enemy's wrath into the Slip Spawn and nowhere else, and just relying on 3 healers to try and keep it alive. But we'll see. It's sometimes fun to play these outlandish team compositions that if they work, they're going to work really well, and if they don't work, then you're screwed. Now, this is not going to work well at all because I don't have a cleanse. And sadly, we couldn't poison the Lord of Darkness out of the gates. There you go, Slip Spawn's dead. The rest of my team is consequently dead. No question about that. That team rarely works. It could have worked in a larger mana game where you have literally Slip Spawn, then healer, 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 and then you add it with Biz Kitty as well. That way it's just this impenetrable wall of infinite healing. But yeah, a varied team tends to work better unless you're going all in to try and counter everything, which I think the best all-round combo defensively for that is the new Life Summoner, which we won't be able to demonstrate in this battle because it's lost magic, that has Void Shield on them. But yeah, this combination here fundamentally where you've got Grandmaster Wraith, Shield Bearer, and then you've got the support structure around to just soak damage and also at the same time be a anti-blast aficionado. Now, Lost Magic here is going to make it pretty... Wow, they have an Archmage Arius too. And they have a Kalia. I could be fighting anything here. What am I going to do? It's 24 mana only. Let's go Quicks. I'm going to roll out Blue Splinter. Yeah, I can play some more Death. I don't think it's suitable for this particular rule set with Lost Magic, because I want something that has Return Fire for that close range. I'm going to use Wave Brood for that. And then we're going to try and build up Wave Brood as best as we can. Tidebiter can go in that second position. We've got the healing. We probably need some armor so that repair actually does something. And do I want to go with Naga Assassin? Yeah, let's do that. And the reason for Blue Splinter here is a Torrent Fiend for headwinds in the event that they bring a whole bunch of range stuff. But they didn't bring a whole bunch of range stuff. Cursed Windiku is an interesting choice. Did they bring any rust? They didn't bring any rust. I think I should be okay. I didn't bring a cleanse for that cripple though. To be fair, they don't have a poison though. And I've got a pretty complete collection of death cards as well. The only thing that I'm really missing is Lord of Darkness. Lord of Darkness is one of those cards that got away from me. And apparently so did Cursed Windiku. Because I didn't expect Cursed Windiku to be able to get through Wave Brood. But I was very wrong. And that's that one all over. Alright. Let's try and spam some Death Splinter for you. Hold my cards. Oh, and we've got it available to us. We've got Spreading Fury and Melee Mayhem. And our opponent is also fond of Death Splinter. Unfortunately, they appear to have a Lord of Darkness. And they appear to be very fond of using that Lord of Darkness. So, how are we going to counter a Lord of Darkness? Well, we're going to need something rather inert in our front position. Alternatively, something that's got shield. And there's quite a few options. Chain Golem might be a good option, but Harclaw is a better option with Demoralize. In fact, I think lots of Demoralize is going to be a good option against a Lord of Darkness. So we'll throw in Octopiter. The other way to take down a Lord of Darkness, of course, is to just throw magic at its face. Don't mind the Ancient Lich, and let's try to keep our Harclaw alive with a Corrupted Pegasus. Really hoping they don't go all in Mimosa here, because that will be not part of the plan, because I'm going to rely on that. Actually, I'm going to dump the Corrupted Pegasus. We're not going to rely on it at all. I'm just going to go Gauledon for sheer damage. And since we do have Melee Mayhem, maybe I am going to throw that Chain Golem in. Stun. It's going to be the easiest way to find the Chain Golem. No, I'm just going to find him there. That way, Chain Golem can attack from that position. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, they've gone pretty varied. I'm really glad I dropped Pegasus because they did go Mimosa. And I brought Thaddeus along to try and protect Harclaw from any magic attacks. Seems to have worked. It's going to be almost impossible to hit that Nightmare, but Gauledon strikes again with True Strike, quite literally. I think Gauledon's going to be our MVP here. Oops, hit pause. Come back to me, Harclaw. Come back from the dead. Now we just need to take out that boogeyman before he kills Harclaw. Stun, very nice. That stun was perfectly timed. Now, Harclaw's not going to get any healing, but he is going to absorb maybe 1 or 2 hits from Lord of Darkness. Just the one. and I wanted Golodon to finish the job, but it didn't do the trick. In Melee Mayhem, no, Dr. Blight can't get attacked because he's got the camouflage still. Like, if you put him in the front row, yes, he would get attacked by the creature in the enemy front row. But he'd still have camouflage if there was, say, creatures with opportunity sitting around. But that worked out well. That worked out nicely, and that was a big scalp to take. 36 rating points. Thank you, Golodon, for taking down Nightmare. Nightmare's another one of those death cards that got away from me, that I don't have a max level 1 in my collection. I could go grab one, but I've got like a level 8 one. Okay, we got odd ones out and equal opportunity. So my opponent got a Valnamore, which they can't use. They've got Almo and they've got prismatic energy, so I want to avoid magic reflex. Probably want to go be sneaky because there's not going to be very many thorns available here. So bang, 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 triple sneak. And it's opportunity, so I'm going to slip in the Chaos Agent. So they all try to attack Chaos Agent. And hopefully miss. And then that revengey good stuff can hit, maybe. And then the rest of the plan is just sneak and some more backfire. Oh, it's not going to work. They've also gone with Kitty. Never mind. And that Lord of Darkness is going to be oh so difficult to take down when they hit every single round. Really need to poison them. So my backfire backfired on me. Because they're going to hit with everything with full power all the time, every time, just like me. Ouch. Alright. Taking sides, aim true. Everything always hits their target. Well, I'm just going to be lazy on this one and go 7/7. See what happens. Hoping we do well and not get stun locked. Be very easy to get stun locked by quite a few splinters here. Blue Splinter in particular. But hoping the llama plus creature strategy wins out. Don't think it will, but a man can dream. I have imaginary stars in my eyes of what the future may hold for me here. Hopefully, it's victory. I think I was going to say back to basics is somewhere where he could get attacked, but then no one would have sneak or opportunity in back to basics unless it was super sneak, as well as back to basics, which is a bizarre concept. The other thing is if you have stuff adjacent to Dr. Blight that is the victim of blast or whatever, the blast can spread clearly to Dr. Blight and destroy him that way. Well, my opponent seems to be taking quite some time to deliberate on their decisions here. I think this suggests that I may lose, considering it took me all of, 10 seconds to put my team together, and very, very little brain power, if any at all. Yeah, that sounds super weird. If you've got the replay, you want to pop it in the chat, I'd love to see it. We'll do a deep dive and see if we can figure it out. Man, my opponent is really taking a long time to figure their stuff out here. Come on, I'll do your thing. Maybe I'm going to win via a surrender. That would be very interesting. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm grateful to see no stun. I think I'm going to be okay. It's just going to take a little bit. Although that Stitch Leech could be very dangerous. I only just saw that Stitch Leech now. Need to get some solid retaliations in on that Stitch Leech to be good. Otherwise they are going to get absolutely enormous. Okay, well, let's retaliate. Oh, that Stitch Leech. It's getting more health than I've got. This is not ideal. I need to retaliate almost every time it hits me. Yeah, this is over. Watch this Stitch Leech get 40 health before the battle is done. Wow, I'm genuinely impressed by the enemy team here. Oh, this Stitch Leech. I want to see it all the way through the end. And this isn't even Equalizer and they're getting enormous. This is wonderful to see. I love Stitch Leech. Stitch Leech's a fantastic card. But seeing this happen in this game, in this rule set, is just... oh, it's a feat to behold. There's the 40 health mark for it. 42. Oh, look at it. What a beautiful little creature. Although, it is not going to have a healer for very long. Can I out-heal the Stitch Leech through the fatigue? Probably not, but it's grabbing 2 health per turn. I'm grabbing 6 back. I'm in a far worse position than I began. Oh, we could get to a draw. No, 1 health. 1 health left. What a crazy game. You're right. You're absolutely right. Let's grab the link to that battle. I mean, feel free to clip this as well for the competition of clip of the week, because that was a pretty amazing game. I'm sad I wasn't the one with the Stitch Leech having the 1 health left, but we have immortalized that battle forever now in the Twitch chat. I'm going to grab that one and put that aside for my post about this particular stream that I'll publish tomorrow. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy game. I certainly enjoyed that one. But the Stitch Leech surviving on 1 health at the end, that feels a little bit too perfect. Just a tiny little bit too perfect as far as I'm concerned. It feels a little rigged to me. What do you guys think? Was that rigged? No, that was a really great game to watch. I'm really glad I didn't click skip to end on that one, because I almost did. All right, we got keep our distance and equal opportunity. Stitch Leech feels like goodness here as well, but no, it's keep your distance. So let's see if we can reproduce what did just happen with a different Splinter instead. I'm thinking we might be able to do it with Death. Oh, let's go Deep Swimmer. And I am going to bring in Nerdhamp here. And we'll see if we can do it via this attitude instead. Now, given that it's equal opportunity here, I want to focus on as many things that have scavenge or opportunity or the like. Luckily, green splinter's not available. I don't think gelatinous cube is the greatest idea here. What are we going to do? Do we go Bacteria? Do we go Almo? I think I learned my lesson from not bringing Captain's Ghost the last time I was confronted with such a team. Fire is available, so we really want something that can break up other bits and pieces, but that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to risk Chaos Agent. And we're going to go for Protect. Life Splinter's probably going to be the best bet here, and I am not playing it. What am I doing? This team's not going to win at all. Or maybe it will. Maybe it will. All Chaos Agent needs to do is dodge every single freaking magic attack in the world forever. They couldn't do it. And that's the end of this story. Look at me trying to replicate my opponent's smarts and absolutely fail. 3 losses in a row. It only gets better from here. It only gets better from here. Well, I'll keep telling myself that and it may come true, right? And I can see the new battle has popped up. 17 mana. And very nice. Thanks for sharing the clip there. Hold my cards. Equal opportunity and holy protection. I think this is my turn to Stitch Leech. It's my time. My time to Stitch Leech. Because guess what? I've also got a gold foil Stitch Leech somewhere in my collection. There it is. And with equal opportunity... Oh no, green splinters in the house here as well. So we're probably going to be facing a Mylor. And the Mylor's probably going to be very ouchy. So how can we counter the Mylor somewhat? I guess it's ranged attacks. Grenadier is probably the best option. I really like Evangelist, but they don't really have a place in this battle. Triage. We'll go Silver Shield Archers as well. Sure, Lens Master can come along as well. This is such a bad team. But hey. Oh god. It's Hydra. Can we beat a Hydra? Probably not. Because the Hydra has equal opportunity too. I'll miss you, Grenadier. I will miss you. Grenadier's gone. Oh, why didn't I think of Hydra? That makes me sad. I love Hydra. I love Llama. But I didn't think of it. Alright, reverse speed and healed out. I was gonna say I'd go fire and just go with Mr. Bloodlust Man, but that's not gonna work. Reverse speed. Actually, let's go death. Let's go death. And we're gonna play Ouster to counteract our weaknesses, because with reverse speed, Gwalodon is an absolute monster. And, well, the rest of the team is where it gets problematic. Bone Golem? There's no healing, so we may as well do a repair. Again, searching for the creature's name instead of looking for them. I don't think we've got much to fear in terms of blast, but I'm gonna use Revealer to protect Thorosa? Maybe? Because Thorosa can't heal Gordon, so that's pointless anyway. The stun is nice on Revealer though. Or do we just drop Revealer and then go Cthulhu and play 3 creatures? Let's go play 3 creatures. 3 creatures for the win. All of them awesome creatures. Don't know if it'll work. It's been a relatively productive stream though. Getting up to Diamond 1, then going all the way backwards from Diamond 1. It's just like life itself. You take 10 steps forward, and you take 12 backwards. At least that's how my life tends to work. My life in the context of Splinterlands, that is. Well, I took quite a bit to consider my team for this one, even though I ended up only with the 3 monsters. I don't know what my opponent's doing. I really hope there's not a Kraken. If there is a Kraken, then I'm just going to hit that skip button straight away. Because I won't be beating a Kraken. Even worse will be a Valnamore, where they're just ignoring reverse speed and playing a whole pure magic team. I guess we'll find out very shortly. Could have put Dr. Blight into my team. Okay, no, we win via surrender. Okay, well, after how many losses in a row? 4 losses in a row? 3? No, 4. 4 losses in a row. I guess I deserve that win. I used all of my mental facilities to obtain that victory. Telepathically intimidated my opponent into surrendering. Or maybe they just pressed the surrender button. Who knows? But immediately we're back into it. Explosive weaponry, super sneak. Oh, that's a disgusting team. We're going to have to bring out the Venatcore ourselves. Because explosive weaponry and super sneak. So there's 2 ways you could play this one. 1, ignore the fact that it's super sneak. 2, I know, just do Llama Hydra. That'll be perfect. Let's do that. Except in this scenario, we can also play a Flesh Golem. Because if it's super sneak, well, I didn't bring nearly enough melee. But if that Screeching Vulture hits that Hydra, it's going to be wonderful news. Come on, retaliate. Oh, they didn't retaliate. That's tragic. Come on, retaliate. Yes. Trample. Trample, my dear Hydra. Oh, perfection. Absolute perfection. Didn't even need that last stand. That's a lovely win. I enjoyed that one. Alright, that's 10 chests. It's a pretty good return for today, considering that's equivalent of half my season's chests so far, but bear in mind these are champion chests, these are diamond chests, so it's a little bit different. Okay. Silent Summoners and Healed Out. That's not a great combination. Well, my opponent certainly won't be playing Life Splinter. Oh, really? You have a Kraken? Are you gonna dare play a Kraken in this rule set with Silent Summoners? I think I'm gonna go on behalf of the most powerful summoner I can. Well, I can't really exploit summoner abilities here, but Selenia is going to be our go-to because she's my oldest and rarest of the summoners. Now we need a way to anticipate potential Kraken. So let's go and focus on a whole bunch of knockouts and then some stuns to try and get around a Kraken. Yes, that's what I wanted. The Dark Spear Man. Throw the Dragon Jumper in. So we've got 2 stuns, the 2 knockouts. Anticipating Kraken here, of course. Let's try and mitigate some blast damage somehow. Maybe not really possible. We got 3 melee guys, so let's just go with an Inspire. Then I'll throw the Chaos Agent in the back to ensure that I'm well and truly screwed if they play Kraken. So, ideal here is Dragon Jumper goes bang, then the knockout from either of these guys goes and just destroys whatever the opponent puts in place. Could be a death team. No, it's a blue Splinter team. Selenia v Selenia. Goodbye to my backline. The knockout may still actually be pretty useful though. Just went in the wrong spot. Thanks, opportunity. And I'm dead. We'll watch it through to the end because it'll be entertaining, but I'm so dead. No, we don't watch it through to the end. I couldn't bear to witness the terrible, traumatic, and negative outcome. Alright, we got back to basics. No Death Splinter is in the house, so it's time for Jotun plus magic. And then we'll sort these guys in terms of their speediousness. And we will play them in terms of their speediousness. You, then you, then you, then you. Sure, you can come along too. Oh, then I have 15 mana to play with. Let's just throw Caledon in at the front. I'm probably going to be way too slow here. We want Jin Apprentice. We want Jin Inferni right at the back. Naga has more health. Ifrit Rising has more health. So we're ordering them from most health to least health. They've gone with a good old Valnamore. I think this is the one scenario where fire can beat water. Maybe. Oh god, that's so much freaking damage. At least there's no magic reflect. Oh, this hurts so badly. That speed bonus is just shredding me to pieces. Am I going to have enough health? Yes. Yes, I am. Hey, Scotty Fortune, welcome. As I said, one of the few scenarios where fire can beat water in an absurd manner. Quite literally beating them at their own game. Oh, that was so close to the 20th chest for the season. Got to keep pushing. Got to keep pressing. Ooh, 54 mana, close range. Ooh, shield bearers. Ooh, my Silic Slip Spawns. Ooh, this one. This one could be fun. Let's go for the allegedly unbeatable Life Splinter team. It's never unbeatable when I play it. But we'll go Shield Bearer. Queen Mycelia is probably going to absolutely wreck us, but hey, Gotta live a little. Gotta die a little in order to live a little. Let's see if Billa can do some fun stuff. Silver Shield Assassin. Truth Speaker. Now we have 11. Should probably go with the second. Actually, let's do that, maybe. Instead of the second heal, we'll have the triple res. Ugh. Yuck. Fundamentally a mirror match. But they don't have any healing. Although that shatter is quite disruptive. They also have 3 resurrections, however. I've now burnt my first. I will now burn my second. They will now burn their first resurrection. I will burn my third and final resurrection. Nice poison. Grateful they don't have a cleanse. Oh, this is not good. Not good at all. The only cleanse that they have is the cleanse of resurrection, which is hardly a real cleanse. This is not good at all. Yeah, I'm a dead. Alright. Send help at this point. I got into Diamond 1, and now it's not Diamond 1. Well, it may soon not be Diamond 2 either. Keep right-clicking my mouse. It's so cold here tonight. For someone who lives in Australia, this is not what I was built for. It is thoroughly freezing. Stampede, Equalizer. Well, I think I have a job for... I don't know what I have a job for. Do they? Oh god, they've got a Vanimal. And they've got a Kraken, of course they do. I know what this is a job for. It's gonna be the Biz Kitty. And... Earth Splinter. The Demoralizer is gonna absolutely wreck me here, but... Desert Dragon. What other giant killers do we have in stock? Nothing that will help us with the tramplings. So Oaken Behemoth goes into second spot. Chaos Dragon. Acid Shooter. I'm relying heavily on Scattershot here. And I don't have a cleanse option available. So let's go for the speed option, I guess. Play into the strengths of the Splinter. Hope they don't have an absurd Kraken. It's probably definitely going to be an absurd Kraken with a whole bunch of other demoralizers, so Desert Dragon can only do like 1 damage at a time. Okay, that's not what I expected at all. I'm still very glad I went for Scattershot. And also very glad I went with the kitty, because everything's going to hit. Really, Chaos Dragon, you hit the one thing that magic reflects into your face. Good job. There goes the precious desert dragon. Oh god, Jin Inferni. Jesus. Yeah, that's over. Moving on. Oh, that was a very, very destructive boom. And then the fact that I played so many monsters that were over the 10 mana limit, coupled with the blast, that giant killer that they used, was also a very Kraken killing team. So they didn't have to kill a Kraken. And I need to kill 26 mana worth of monsters sitting in 2 positions in number 2 and 3. Alright. And I jump back in the queue for more punishment, which will continue to come. I do like the fact that they were called Phoenix Risen, and they had a Elemental Phoenix in their team. I used to have an Elemental Phoenix once upon a time. I don't anymore. It makes me sad. Alrighty, close range and spreading of the furiousness. Yeah, I think this is a job for Llama. Llama and the mighty Cornelius. But I think I might go Minotaur Warlord up in the front, just for fun. Actually, no. What's his name? He'll get angry. The Pellicle Mercenary. And then I've got 10 mana to play with. People are going to get angry. We want them to stay angry. So let's see if we can't throw a blind in. Do I have the risk of... No, you'd be silly to play Blast in Spreading Fury rule set. At least I think you'd be silly to do that. So let's just focus on slowing down the enemy as much as we possibly can. So did they play Blast? They did not. Did they play Return Fire? They did not. Oh, perfect. Poisoned the Life Leech Man. That'll stop them getting too big. The Scatter Shot actually probably has a negative impact here, because it'll enrage random people behind the main enemy lines. Well, it looks like it's going down to Cornelius for this one, because this other stuff is certainly not going to be able to survive the attacks of the enemy. Well, with close range it's doing some stuff. Can we poison Dr. Blight to make the job easier? Nope. Cornelius still did the job, just without the last stand. That's fine. That's incredibly fine as far as I'm concerned. And we just defeated someone who was coming straight into Diamond League, pretty much. They only lost 3 rating points for that. And that did get me to my 11th chest for the day. Now we're an 18 mana game, a little league. Need to think about who's got the most effective stuns. It's probably going to be Life Splinter or Water Splinter. Given the fact that I've got a water quest, I'm going to go with Life Splinter. And yes, it is possible to play with Jin Murray. I call him Jin Murray because it sounds more Aussie that way. He's a great option for a tank in the front line, particularly if you throw Dark Hawan right at the back. and backed our one up with a whole bunch of what do they call them? Triages. He does quite a good job that way. Okay, so I'm going very unconventional here. I'm going with a Gremlin Blaster as my front row. No, I'm not going to do a Gremlin Blaster. We'll go with a Tortoise Fighter, but Twilight Basilisk is definitely going to be second row. That way we've got 2 stuns. We've got some repair baked in. And we will... Naga Assassin or Halfling Alchemist. I think Halfling Alchemist. And then Torrent Fiend. Ooh, that's a nasty team. It's a very nasty enemy team. Well, that backfire sort of backfired. This is not going to go well. Beaten at my own knockout game. Revealer was a great choice. Alright, let's try and use Jin Murray as a tank before the end of this stream, since it's apparent that I'm incapable of winning by playing normally. It's a very anti-meta sort of way of doing it, but Jin Murray with the Revealer is probably going to be a really good combo, because that knockout, you often forget that he's got it. That's not the mana or the rule set I was looking for. Explosive Weaponry, Super Sneak. Alright. Out you come, Biz Kitty. Who's the fastest? This is not going to be the most elegant of battles ever fought. I am going to incorporate as much retaliation as I possibly can. Yeah, you know what? Exploding Dwarf, have a go. Come along. What's the worst thing that's going to happen here? May as well have the battle be over quickly. But at the same time, you know, Grum should probably make an appearance. And actually, no, Magnor can also make an appearance. So Grum goes there. Then we've got our little trampling, exploding, terrible people in the middle. No one's going to be able to dodge. So it's going to be absolute mayhem no matter what happens here. Exploding Rats did okay there. My Magnor has not begun the game well. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Beautiful trample. Yes, it was a suicide mission, but that's exactly what Exploding Dwarf was always hired for. Now retaliate. Oh, dang it. Okay, the bloodlust begins. Retaliate. Oh, what a shame. The bloodlust continues. As long as I don't get stun locked. I'm stun locked. What a shame. What an absolute shame. At least it was to a fellow guild member, my defeat. It was a fun little battle to watch though. Okay, I was going to say here we could do it, but no. We've got Lost Legendaries spoiling us. So that looks like a pretty good team full of epics. I get the feeling we're going to be seeing green Splinter from our opponent. I really wish I had Max Master, as I'm sure a lot of people wish. Lost Legendaries, Holy Protection. If they're going to play green Splinter, I don't know. Let's go Grandmaster Wraith. We'll go with the Shield Bearer, but then we'll stack Protect as best as we can, hoping they don't bring Mitika Headhunter or any other Shatter, because green Splinter's sort of a little bit on the weak side as far as Shatters are concerned. And then we'll go Crystal Smiths. So we've got the double heal, we've got the double armor. Let's bring a repair to round out this. And is there any other protect I can throw in? There is Tower Griffin, but that seems unproductive. Maybe I go Portal Spinner, Scattershot. Or do I go Time Mage? Or do I throw a Triage into my team? Let's throw a Triage in. Oh, that's not the best team to have to play. It's quite a bit of damage that'll be coming at me. But luckily I've got Return Fire, and also luckily I have Void Armor. Wow, they really destroyed that Shield Bearer quite quickly. I blame the Sandworm. This is not going to go well. Skip. Let's try again. 3 losses in a row. 8 minutes to go in my stream here. Oh, again, another one where death is blocked out. Equalizer and healed out. So I guess we go for maximum life-stealing endeavors incorporated. Stitch, Leech, and Biller. Healing does not matter one bit. So I'm gonna go and YOLO it up as much as I can. We'll bring Brightwing along too. So we got 2 resurrections present. Who else can do some nice attacks? Let's just go Sandworm. We got a double piercing set up here as well between Jared Scar and Sandworm. I don't know what our opponent's going to throw at us. I didn't even bother checking, because I want to see what actual destructions we can roll upon our opponents here. It's taken a while. It's taken a long, proper while. Come on, friends. Pick your team. I quite literally don't have all night. I have 5 minutes. 5 minutes, that's all I've got. And then later this evening, I'm just going to double check the schedule in case something has changed. I think we've got an hour break between me and the next streamer. We do have an hour and 5 minutes of silence. You'll have to endure. It's an hour and 5 silences to respect those who have fallen in the teams that I've submitted today. But that's what happens some days. Even though it started off brilliantly, as far as I was concerned. Really, Valnamore? Really? Well, I'm glad I brought the repair. That one armor's not going to do a whole bunch. And their magic reflect obsession is just, yeah, he dead. He already dead. And in fact, my entire team is gonna all already be dead. Jared Scar, come on, man. You're better than this. In fact, my whole team should be better than this. But, well, we'll stay and watch. Because I think Sandworm might have some amazingness up their sleeve. It's going to be a lot of damage they're going to have to contend with, though. Just as Billa has to contend with an enormous amount of damage. Yeah, Sandworm can't. Sandworm cannot contain this. Neither can Stitch Leech. Jeez. Valnamore is just one of those things. I was a high-level champion player. Imperfect one. They've been around forever. They're a very, very, very skilled player. There, I would have loved to have played Death Splinter. Oh, and again, Death Splinter is obscured from our view. Alright, here I am going to, with reverse speed, go Deep Swimmer. And I'm going to use Frost Giant, because they slow, and reverse speed is great. Let's see what other slow things we can put into the team. Again, I'm thinking, Death Splinter would be so perfect. But they're not available. Let's throw in Anti-Blast, just in case. And you know what? I'm just gonna do a bit of YOLOing myself. And Sandworm, wherever they are. Where are you, Sandworm? There you are. Because I just wanna try and see. I do like Frost Giant. They're one of my favorite alpha cards. Hence why I've got them. They're one of my few alpha cards, in fact. Hopefully we'll be able to see the outcome of this battle. Got a minute and 11 seconds left for the opponents to pick their team, and about the same left in my stream here today. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've had fun. It's been a good way to close out my Monday evening. Well, I'm very glad I brought Vanatkor along. I'm really glad I brought Deep Swimmer along. This fantastic return fire is going to be absolutely delicious. But one mistake that I did make was not bringing a heal. So this is going to hurt so much very soon. I'm just going to skip this one ahead to my loss. Yep, good prediction. So that's gonna be it from me for the time being for today. I will of course be back on Thursday. So that's how many hours away from now? 96 hours from now, something like that. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe 72 hours from now, 70 hours from now. I can't count. I don't know anyone who tells time by number of hours. But I am grateful to be here. I hope you guys did stuff. Hey, thank you, Max Macker. Yeah, I think being overwhelmed by the choice of my collection is really frustrating sometimes, where it's like, what do I play? There are too many options, and I end up double guessing myself. But anyway, that's all from me. I will see you all again very, very soon. I hope you all have a wonderful existence, and bye for now. Cheers.